Hello there, welcome to Peas in a Pod. We're having a change around this week. We promised that we'd show you us doing some sowing carrots the way we do it for show carrots really. So Dan's been busy getting his carrot bed ready. So we're going to swing camera around in a minute and watch Dan putting his carrots in. We'll talk you through it.
Oh, afternoon. So we're here, we're going to sow some sweet candle carrots today. These are what we're going to grow for shows. So as you can see here, this is a sand bed. And basically all we do with this is just get a bit of 4-inch drain pipe, put an handle on this one to make it a bit easier, and then I'm going to come 4-inch away from my last hole. Try and keep this straight as possible. And just give that a turn. And as you can see, that's cored out. And we'll put this in to the sand bin over there. And then we'll just repeat that until all the holes have done.
And you're saying you'll get about 150 in here?
Yeah, it's looking about 150. Yeah. We did have 50 last year, but we have extended the bed. So this bit here, it's new sand, and it's just not coring out right yet. It just wants to settle.
A bit damp.
Yeah.
What length is this bed? About 10 foot? 10 by 2 or something?
Yeah, it's not far off 10 foot.
Yeah. Couple of foot wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound.
And then it's like, obviously it's just about 2.5 foot deep.
Yeah, so 3 decking boards deep, isn't it?
Yeah. So once we've cored out, we then need to backfill. Now, it can be a struggle backfilling it. So what I've found is using a pipe with just a cap on one side, filling this up.
Right. And
that works fine. So
show us what you mean then.
Yeah, so the compost we're using is Levington's F2 plus S, which is this one here. I've only just put that in actually, so I actually need to add a bit of phosphorus to that. The phosphorus will help with the root growth.
Yeah.
Yep. So just give it about a teaspoon. Yeah.
We don't go a deal for measurements, do we?
No, it's just by
very
eye.
Much by eye.
Just by eye. Just give this a quick mix.
Yep, that's good stuff, that. The plus S means it's got sand in, by the way, for anybody who wondered.
Yeah.
Which, you want that drainage for your carrots. Sweet candle, Dan, is that a stump or a long root?
So the stump are the sweet candle. Yeah. These seeds that we're sowing today, these have been purchased from Medwin Williams of Anglesey. Usually have good germination with them. So all we'll do now is we'll just fill.
Good idea.
Last year I was messing about, like trying to put it through a pop bottle.
That's right, I made a funnel with I think it's a 1 litre pot, but you do leave some on top with that.
Yeah, I mean, you still leave a bit on top with this.
Yeah. But you could cut that pipe if you wanted to exact length for what you're coring out, couldn't you? Or slightly shorter. To
be fair, that pipe, I mean, you'd be quite surprised actually.
Yeah.
So that's longer than the hole we're actually going in.
Yeah.
But if we just take it over, all we have to do is just sit it over all. And that's the full pipe.
Yeah. That's more or less spot on, isn't it?
It would be, but then we've got to tamp it down.
Yeah.
Now, I did tamp last year using a stick, and I found it not right good. So what I've done this year...
bottom side of this?
No, because you just core it out.
Right, yeah.
So what I found anyway, I thought it'd, it's a lot easier. So I'll just sit that in there and get my watering can.
Right. Yep.
And then I'll just let the weight of the water take it down.
Yeah, and then top it up.
Yeah. So it does go down quite a bit. So we'll just grab a...
Sorry, I keep walking backwards, but it's a bit tight in his tunnel.
Back and forth.
And then again repeat.
Yeah.
Garlic there.
So once that's topped off, I'll just get this collar back up. And that's that all done.
Yep.
So then we'll just repeat that all the way across the bed. When we come to sowing as seeds, my sweet candle.
Hopefully pick that up so it's a bit bright for a change. A bit of sun out.
Yeah, it's lovely today.
Bit of frost tonight. Or a man, eh? Hey, didn't need scissors.
That's
straight
it.
off.
They're not a bad little packet for opening these.
It's all that tuna and chicken.
Oh, it's the same again, the seeds are
Keep your hand
absolutely
still
tiny.
now. Yeah, very small carrot seed. You can preach it, but we don't.
You can, and all I'm going to do is one.
Just 1, 2 in there, mate.
Just one.
1 per station.
Yeah.
That's all I do now, because I think even if you nip tops off of a carrot, if you get 2 through, I still think there's a chance of disturbing root.
Yeah.
And if it don't come through, just sow again.
That's it.
You know?
So it's just less disturbance.
Yep, exactly.
So we put these collars on, and these are just to stop the shoulders of the carrot greening, and lets us just backfill as it comes through. So I've just got some more Levingtons here.
Yep.
And just give it a quick dusting over.
All right. Just firm that.
And then once I've done them all, I'll just water them all in.
Yeah.
So
quite a monotonous job, isn't it, really? But,
it is, yeah.
You can get good results at the end of the day with it. So
it does pay off, that little bit of time and preparation you put into it.
Are you going to show her the old traditional way, if you're just growing them, you know, to eat off at table, or, well, to eat is for table.
Yeah, so I'm going to use a sweet candle again, but these are from Marshall's. Like I say, the seed I got from Medwin's is a bit dearer. Yeah. So I try to keep that for the show side. So for these, we're just going to go straight into some multi-purpose compost.
This is just bed at opposite side at Pond Tunnel.
I have added a handful of calcified seaweed to this, and mixed it in. And then stopping this up. So the way I do it, just for the ordinary eating, is I'll just make a line with my finger.
Yep. A drill. Yeah.
And then the hardest task is to try and sow them as thin as possible.
Yep.
Which...
The reason you do that is because of the carrot root fly. A little thinning out as you can do as possible, that you've less chance of attracting carrot root fly with your thinnings out, because it's the actual scent as you're removing the carrots that attracts them. Although it should be pretty safe in this environment tunnel. Yeah.
And then same again, I'm just going to cover that drill with some Levington's F2 plus S.
Yep.
And then I'll put a stick in so I know there's a row there.
Them,
and then we'll just give them a water, same again once I've done all the bed. Right, so what I will be doing is I will be putting some twin wall over this bed, and same over these once these are sown, just because it is still quite cold.
Yeah.
And it will just help bring the temperature up so we get a good germination rate.
So I like growing them under a cloche then, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So you're just going to sit twin wall on top of these beds.
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to be worried about in this bed is obviously with the heat we had last year, and it just being compost, it's potentially to dry out real quick. So yeah, we might get a bit of forking and some odd shapes from this bed.
Yeah, that's the thing when you're doing straight to compost, isn't it? That's one of the reasons why we do the show ones into a sand bed, is to try and keep them as straight, because obviously you've got a better drainage with the sand. Yeah,
and it keeps it a lot moist. It's,
yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for what we're doing.
What's these other fertilisers, Dan?
So we've got, this is the granulated, not granulated, the
Powder.
calcified seaweed,
Yeah.
which I will have from the left-hand side of the bed. I've got just a straight coir mix on its own, and then I've got a coir with Levington, so 50-50, and in that I've got about a tablespoon of calcified seaweed.
All right.
And then the next 10 I'm going to try with the new powder that we've just found, which is the guana powder.
Yep.
And then obviously one with phosphate, and then I'm going to try 10 with a mix of the three.
Yeah. Yeah. All root crops really like phosphate.
Yeah. They want really low nitrogen. And
yeah.
so yeah, that's pretty much it. It's that busy time of year, just starting to get going.
That's it, yeah. And you can do your long-rooted carrots same way as well, can't you?
Yeah,
Same.
so I have got some long-rooted, which are the long-gone reselected, which are from Medwin, and they will be going in here as well.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's quite a few different ways you can do it with carrots as well, isn't there? So
Yeah,
like you can do them direct into pipes.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be doing alt sand to try and keep them growing cylindrical and straight.
Yeah.
Which
a lot of people, even just outside, they'll just take a brush handle.
Yeah.
And poke it and then cone it out. And
yeah.
I've seen where that works. Never tried it myself.
No, it's very variable. I mean, even if you're just growing short carrots like Railing Ants, you can grow them in a window box. So it's still going back to that. You don't have to have allotments to, grow some veg. Railing Ants, and I think it's French breakfast, or that might be a radish. I might be wrong with that, but Marketplace, is it? Forcing. They'll grow quite happily in a window box.
Amsterdams and stuff like that.
That's it, Amsterdam forcing, isn't it? Yeah. So that's carrots then. So basically, once you've got your germination, just keep your eye on them. Don't overwater them. One thing that we haven't really touched on, which we should do, is obviously it's carrot fly, and that's why they're in this EnviroMesh. EnviroMesh tunnel.
Yeah, I mean, you do hear that they can't fly over 18 inches, but it is a bit of a myth, that.
I think so, yeah. It's like I always say, if they get a breeze, there's no weight to them.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you're growing them for table, you're just growing them straight outside, and you're planting onions. If you plant a row of carrots either in between, so you've got onions on either side, that can help with carrot fly.
Yeah, the onion should...
Yeah, it masks the scent, because it's the scent that attracts the carrot fly or the carrots all the time. So if you're just doing a drill like Danny did in his compost, but straight outside into soil, and you're putting your onion sets in, leave a bit of a space and try a row in between your onions.
Might be good to try a bit of onion water as well. As a spray, see if that works.
Yeah, onion or garlic. Yeah, that could work. The way Danny's done is I did mine like this last year. This year I'm doing them a little bit different, so we'll show you that on next one.
Yeah.
And as Dan's added feeds and nutrients, I'm trying, this year I'm not going to add any nutrients at all to mine. I'm just growing them in coir mainly. Yeah. Which is nutrient free. Yeah. And I'm just going to try foliar feeding them and see how that works. So they'll just get water and a foliar feed, and we'll see if that, what the contrast and comparison is. Loads coming up. It's mental at the minute. That's why his videos aren't as long as it's normal. Yeah, everything. We've decided this week that we're going to do Arrogate Show and Malvern Show as well this year. So yeah, it's not like pressure on ourselves, is there? No. So we've got loads of sowing to do and stuff. But there'll still be people still doing community garden and everything. So everything, no matter how you want to grow, whether it be from table to trying to beat the best at shows, we'll try and cover it all for you as we go on. Yeah, and I think on us next one we'll have I've got some peas ready for planting. Yeah. Potatoes will be ready, Dan. Pumpkins to sow. Pumpkins, I'll probably be sowing all that stuff this midweek because I want to be on board with it, but we can show them anyway. We can get some footage on. Yeah, and we'll come back down and see how Dan goes on with his carrots and other stuff. So that it, mate. That's it, pal. Till next time. We'll see you later. Keep going and don't forget to enjoy it. Bye. Cheers.